Hey guys, another project for the Hilux today. So I just thought I'd include you guys with this one. So 12 volt system. I haven't had any issues since I did the 12 volt work, the redo of the headboard and the electrical system. But I have been thinking for a while with overcast weather and having my car parked up for so long in one spot, even when I go to work, car's parked up, generally it's under shade, fridge is running constantly, and I thought I'd just like to maximise any solar I get. So today I'm going to wire in a second solar panel. So I've been to King's, got the same panel as already fitted on top of the roof racks. So what I thought I'd do is take the panel off the roof racks that I've got on the Hilux and install both panels together on the roof racks on the rooftop tent. So I believe you wire them in parallel, so I'll talk you through that whole process. So I'll unbox this one, go out to the Hilux, disconnect the solar panel that's on there, bring them out to the back. So once the solar panel's removed off the Hilux, I'll bring them both out here onto the veranda, put them together, align them, and then I'll bolt them together. So I'll try to make one fixed panel out of the two. Wire them up in parallel and then take it out, mount them on the roof racks of the rooftop tent. Just going to disconnect the Anderson plug from the solar. I've just got a few cable ties, I'll clip them off, then I'll undo the mounting brackets on both sides. Unfortunately, the new panel is about 12 mil, 15 mil maybe longer than the old panel. It's not going to make a difference, just I like things to visually look spot on, but that's all right, I can work around that. So you just want to carefully pry off the electrical cover. King's changed from 2 wires coming into one box in separate wires to, in the new one, 1 wire into the newer style, 1 wire coming in one inlet and splitting out to the 2. So what I'm going to do is take this wiring loom across here and I'll just come in here and wire it in, join it there. Change of plan. A little bit more thought process, thinking different scenarios. And I thought, what happens if I pull up somewhere, put the rooftop tent up, and then both panels are permanently in the shade? Whereas one where it currently was and one on the rooftop tent may give me some sunlight. It was also going to be a little bit awkward to do what I wanted to do, and it was an easy decision once I gave it a bit more clarity. So I've just put the one back on where it was previously, and the new one I'll still put on the rooftop tent. So I'll put it on one side, and then on the other side it'll give me some storage area, possibly for my max tracks or something else I might want to carry that I can put up there. So we'll give this set up a go, see what it turns out like. Everybody talks about King's quality. So if you can just see there where the wiring loom goes into the body. This nut's supposed to seal it, and the wires, the insulation doesn't even go through, it doesn't fit. I'm going to change out the wiring connector anyway. This lead's just not long enough for what I need. I do have an old Anderson plug lead that I never use, so I'm just going to cut it down to size and replace it. I've replaced the wiring harness, and now that's secured and fitted off correctly, and I've also resoldered the connections there. Just been out to Bunnings, got some M8 bolts. So the M8 bolts just fit into the rails that are now I'm just going to measure these out. Just want to have it installed square, and spring washers and some nylock nuts. So I've just finished up installing the extra solar panel. I'll just show you that now. So the bolts go into your hole and slide along inside the channel, and then I've just used spring washers and nylock nuts. As I said, I've added extra cable, and that comes down the side here. And what I'll do is I'll wire that, or I'll just connect that up into the harness. Right, so back out at the truck, just to show you the solar panel. I finished it off yesterday afternoon after I stopped filming, and I just tidied it up, put some corrugate around the wire and also cable tied it. I'll show you that now, and then we'll do some comparisons of one solar panel, fridge running, fridge not running, two solar panels wired in, fridge running, fridge not running, just so I can do a comparison. I'll just show you also, I finished it off yesterday afternoon after I stopped filming. Just put some sheath, I suppose, over the wire coming down from the second panel, and just cable tied it all together just to tidy it up. So I've left plenty of loose wire just for when the rooftop tent goes up. Come down, cable tied them all together to my headboard, and at this point I've got the rooftop tent solar panel disconnected for the comparison. Just moved across the road so the car's in sun, and I'll just show you the comparison with just the one panel. So the fridge has cycled off, and the one panel's making 1.6 amps. We are getting close to early winter, and obviously the sun's not producing much. The fridge is drawing 4.3 amps or 4.4 amps. So in the winter you can see that that's where my problem's going to be if I'm camped up for a period of time. Obviously, it wouldn't matter if you fitted 10 solar panels. If you're in shade all the time, you're not going to be any better off. Just going to wire the second solar panel in now, and that's just fitting the Anderson plug. Two solar panels fitted into the 2-in-1 splitter. So it goes through there, through this wiring loom, and into my solar input. Now with two panels wired, I'm making near 4 amps. Just get the fridge to cycle on. So there we go. Even in early winter, yes, I'm now in full sunlight. I'm just producing enough to run the fridge, and I'm running it now at maximum just for this test. So I'm guaranteed that as long as I find some sunlight and the panels have got access to it, I'll produce what I use or more than what I actually use in the amp hours out of my battery. That was the whole plan of it, for when I do big trips, that I'm not going to come across a situation where I'm worried about power. Obviously, as I said a bit earlier, if I'm parked up in shade or it's full cloud cover, it's not going to matter if you have 100 solar panels. So the idea is to maximise the sun while you can, get those batteries charged, and enjoy yourself. Righto guys, just going to finish the video up here. Hope you got something out of it. Leave comments, ask questions. Happy to get back to you as soon as I can. Thanks for watching guys. Travel safely.